All right, I'm talking to Alex Ness, Chief of Staff here at Toys for Bob, talking about Skylanders Giants. Now, I heard through the grapevine that you do a lot of the voices for the Skylanders characters. Can you name a few?
The grapevine is, as always, correct. Let's see, yeah, I do Lightning Rod, I do Double Trouble, I do Drobot, though it's kind of hard to tell. And then I do a few of the new mini-boss characters in Giants as well, including a rapping robot.
Nice.
So if you ever wanted to hear me rap, this is as close as you're going to get.
Now, I heard an interesting extra from the Drobot voice, sounding mysteriously like a certain another Hasbro line of characters.
Yes, yeah, that was our inspiration, was Soundwave, because I'm sure anyone will agree that he's the coolest robot ever.
So tell us about how exciting it is. It a lot of people a lot of actors, they they always hype the little action figures of who they played in a movie. When you point to your action figures, they look nothing like you, but still.
Lightning Rod and I bear a striking resemblance. I've got Halloween pictures from last year.
So how does that feel, seeing characters that you give life to there on their box store shelves?
Yeah, it's surreal. It's really weird and great and almost dreamlike. In fact, this could still be a dream, as far as I know.
Now, as chief of staff, do you give input? Obviously, if you're voicing characters, they're depending on what you bring to a character. But is there sort of input of things that you wish would happen or that you want to see happen in terms of those storylines and whatnot?
Yeah, well, I also do all the writing, so that helps.
Nice.
That makes it easy. So I kind of work with the level designers, and we've got kind of our cutscene team and our audio guys, and work with them to shape the story of the overall game and each individual level and a lot of the characters. So yeah, I get to put my stamp on that, and that stamp is usually wackiness. I generally try to make things more wacky. It's my goal in life.
I've got to say the punny joke ratio in Skylanders Giants, as I've seen so far today, has also doubled in effect in Skylanders Giants. How much did you have to scale back?
Oh, you mean for the Skylanders themselves?
No, in terms of writing the puns and keeping it light and humorous.
Yeah, we didn't scale back too much. I think we did get a little bit wackier in Giants, a little bit more silly ideas that luckily people got behind. But the actual puns that the Skylanders themselves say, that we had to scale that back quite a bit. We went crazy with that. It was just too. Once you get into that mindset of what kind of puns they can make, it's hard to get out.
Mm-hmm. What sort of are your influences in not only just bringing in the voice acting, but also creating the parts of the story?
Yeah, well, one of the things that we initially identified and kind of try to stick to are things like Princess Bride or Shaun of the Dead, in the sense that both of those movies, like Princess Bride, it's kind of a send-up of fantasy stories, and as Shaun of the Dead is on zombie stories. But at the same time, they're also kind of faithful to them and standalone good fantasy and zombie stories respectively. So that was kind of what we tried to do, is sort of have this humorous element to the adventure fantasy style, but also be a little bit, I don't want to say make fun of it, because we don't really do that, and none of the characters are in on this joke, but there's just kind of a more humorous, it's not always epic and serious at all times, but hopefully still functions as a nice kind of epic game.
Well, one of the great things about kids' products, whether movies, cartoons, or in Skylanders' case, video games, is that it's able to transcend ages. Now, as a voice actor for and as a writer for, how do you do that? Sometimes it's hard getting into the mind of the 5-10-year-olds, let alone the 35-year-olds or 21-year-olds.
Yeah, Yeah, there's definitely been some great examples set by Pixar, and even to some degree, The Simpsons, of kind of making stuff that feels funny and cute for kids, but also has some little inside humor to adults. So it is something that we go for, and yeah, it's. I think we've been lucky. I mean, luckily, like a lot of us are kind of adults that are maybe not the most mature, serious adults as well. So we've still kind of got that kid inside us, I guess you could say.
What are I asked this earlier, Jeff. Obviously, there you have a favorite. You have all your kids are your favorites. Mm-hmm. But in Skylanders Giants, is there one that you like just a little bit more than the others?
I'd have to say it's. I always break it down to like, there's ones whose personality I like the most, and then ones that I like to play the most. So I'd say for Giants, just Tree Rex is the most. I like playing him probably just a little bit more than everybody else, because he really makes me feel like I'm the biggest, baddest giant there is.
I gotta ask too, is he meant to sound like Rex from Mass Effect 3?
No.
Because it sort of sounds like that.
No, that's a coincidence. We didn't even think about that.
Oh, okay. Thanks so much, Alex. Congrats on the success of on the impending success of Skylanders Giants, and man, can't wait to rush out and buy some of those characters.
Thanks. I can't wait for you to rush out and buy some of those characters either. Thank you.